pre-transfer Tender Mercy here in Bristol.
Tender Mercy
in Pellissippi
in the Walmart parking lot
in less than an hour.
Miracle in Nixon.
Tender Mercies in Maryville.
Tender Mercy in Weaverville.
What's up, everybody? Tender Mercy in Cherokee.
Tender Mercy in Asheville.
Tender Mercies in Poplar Creek.
Tender Mercy in Grove Park.
Tender Mercies in Hickson. Lighten up the world.
Alrighty, y'all, we got a little bit of a late night Tender Mercy here in Cleveland.
Tender Mercy in Ooltewah.
Hey, Tender Mercy here in Grove Park.
Tender Mercy in Bristol.
Tender Mercy in Signal Mountain.
Tender Mercy's here in Crossville.
Tender Mercy here with our best friend, Sister Blake.
Tender Mercy in Salt Lake City. I am in Draper right now, and I just walked out of the Draper Temple, and I got set apart as a temple worker.
Tender Mercy in Cookville.
We just visited our friend Glenda, and she has read the whole first book of Nephi.
Tender Mercy in Weaverville. After our steak meeting, our Relief Society president gave us this note with someone's name on it.
Yes, so apparently her husband and some other people from the ward were standing in the parking lot after church, and somebody came up to them and asked about when services were.
And so this person was like, when are services? I want to learn more about your church. And so then 2 members from our ward had like really good conversation with them, gave them a Book of Mormon with like a little testimony in it, and then got all their contact information so that we can contact them.
How is this even real?
Miracles!
Tender Mercy in West Hills, we decided to go knocking doors. And the first door we knocked on, the guy opened up and was really welcoming, said he had pizza, invited us to stay to eat with him. We ended up having a really nice discussion with him where we ended up teaching like the entirety of the first 2 lessons. Ended up talking for a while and really felt like he was interested in all of it. And like I said before, added bonus, we got pizza.
And then we had one more person to talk to because we were trying to hit 30. We were about to leave, but then we saw one guy and we went to go talk to him.
Yeah, and then we ended up meeting our new friend Brad. And we probably just had like a 3 or 4 minute conversation with him. But we were able to just immediately get right into the 60 seconds of power and into the finding flow. And we just shared that, we have prophets on the earth today and that we can be together with our families for eternity. And after just that short sentence, he looked at us and said, man, I've got chills right now. And he said that he thinks this was meant to be. And so, that's just a huge tender mercy, and we know that the Lord's going to provide a way for us to accomplish our goals.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and she loved it. Even though it was a little noisy in the lesson, we could feel the Spirit, and we could tell that she was feeling the Spirit.
Yeah. And she's definitely coming to church tomorrow.
Yay! With her 4-year-old son, so that's great.
He'll be in primary.
Yes, he will. We're so excited.
And so we told her our purpose, and then we decided to share a few scriptures with her.
Yeah, so we ended up sharing Alma 7:11, and she ended up loving it and really needed it at that moment. And then she asked if we were selling the Book of Mormon, and we're like, no, it's free. So we gave it to her, and we marked the scripture in it, the one that we were reading off of. And she was the sweetest and gave us the hugs, and it was the best.
She was so cute, and she was so excited to read all of that chapter, so it was
best
awesome.
first day.
Tender Mercy in Waynesville. We just had a lesson with our amazing friend Heather. And Sister Larson was able to join over Zoom. And we just put Heather on date for November 25th.
November
25th.
I'm getting married.
My boy here, Elder Driggs, and I went contacting her for her first time, and it was pretty awesome.
It was wild. Today's been wild as a whole. We've had so many people come and they're just ready to talk about Jesus Christ.
We gave him a Book of Mormon and he asked amazing, inspired questions. I was kind of like, oh! So, this is going to be a great transfer. We're excited.
Alright, who do we just have a great lesson with?
We just taught our friend Tiff about the importance of the sacrament. And she agreed to come to church this Sunday.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Brother Price was there and it went so well.
It went really well.
We're so glad we could have you with us today. Hurrah for Israel!
Hurrah for Israel!
Tender Mercy in Johnson City. We went to visit a referral named Randy, and we talked with him, and he was trying to grow his relationship with God.
Yeah. He was super open to hearing more, and we have a lesson with him on Tuesday now.
Yay!
And we found this lady. We were walking around a park, and we offered her a picture of Jesus. Sister Terry did a wonderful job in offering them all pictures of Jesus.
She did great too.
I don't know, just might as well stop by. So she's cool. She used to live in Arizona, met with the missionaries there, and yeah, and so she would like us to stop by.
We're going to stop by on Wednesday, and we even invited her to church. So we'll hopefully see her tomorrow or on Wednesday.
So today we had a lesson with our friend April, and Sister Carter was able to join us.
And April is so sweet. She's so committed to doing this right and to really figuring out the truth, and she's got a good, strong heart. I loved meeting her.
Yeah. She's gonna come to church on Sunday, and then hopefully we can put her on date. Woohoo! So we are here today with Mason, who came to request to meet with the missionaries and talk about baptism. Amazing individual who carries the Spirit and is truly seeking to know about Christ.
We're so excited for him. He's gonna read the Book of Mormon every day, and he's gonna come to church.
Hooray, miracles!
Yay! We had 4 member present lessons yesterday.
Oh yeah, it was super cool to have that because the lessons were just that much more powerful. So that's great.
Tender Mercy here in Marion.
Yes, we just had a great lesson with our new friend Elliot and the members, the Heralds. It was great.
Oh yeah, God is good.
We just had a little power up.
So today we talked to 67 people, handed out 2 Book of Mormons, handed out 5 pamphlets, and we found 4 new people.
Woo!
We found out that our friends Bill and Mary came to a ward activity without us knowing.
Yeah, they went and were fellowshipped by a lot of members of the ward, and we're super excited because this is a really big step for them.
Tender Mercy and Chat Branch. Elder Bangerter and Hagerman stopped by yesterday with our non-member friends, and it opened up a really good conversation about what missionary work is. Yesterday we also went to the park with Brinley, and we found a new friend who hasn't been to, or is looking for a new church, and we were able to tell her about ours.
And so we invited her to read the introduction and set to meet tomorrow.
Yeah, and as we were driving away, we saw that she was reading the introduction, so we're so excited.
Then they inspired us and invited us to do some big things, like talk to 30 people a day and have 30 lessons. And what did we do, Elder?
We smashed it.
We totally smashed it.
We had 31 lessons. We found 14 people. We had 11 lessons with members present.
And we put one of our friends on a date, and we talked to at least 30 people every day, testifying contacts.
Yep.
And it was just an incredible week full of miracles, and we're excited to keep this fire going.
Tender Mercy here in Bearden. We just had a phone call with our friend Adrian, and we found out he didn't know how to pray, and so we taught him how to pray.
He says it makes sense because God is a God of second chances. And then we had him give the closing prayer, and it made me cry a little bit because that was his first prayer ever said, and we got to hear it.
Yeah, you guys, God is so good to us.
Love y'all. Meg's on date! We literally haven't seen her in a month, and we just taught her the plan of salvation and about baptism, and we signed her up for November 11th. Let's go! God's good.
So we had about 45 minutes to do some public contacting, and we set some pretty high ambitious goals for ourselves, and so here's the stats.
So we testified to 35 people, gave out 1 Spanish Book of Mormon, 2 restoration pamphlets, a bunch of Jesus cards, not sure the number on that one, 2 people who were interested, and found 1 person.
Woohoo! And it was raining.
It didn't stop us.
Nuh-uh.
So we were knocking this door, an active member, then someone else come out of the door behind us and says, "Hey, there's people in there if you want to knock that door." Like, oh, referral from a stranger? Yay.
Yep, so we just got done with a lesson with our friend Russ, and dang, he read the Book of Mormon, and
reading does not describe what he did. He studied that thing. He went in, he was comparing it to the Bible. He was looking at the details. It was really cool.
We just were having lunch at Subway, and as we finished eating, we talked to this man named Elliot, and he seemed super interested in learning more.
And we shared the Book of Mormon with him, and he actually knows our bishop, and we're gonna meet with him again on Friday and talk more about it.
Oh yeah.
So last week I friended someone named Joshua on Facebook, and we were chatting a little bit about the gospel, and we were able to set up a lesson for today. He was interested in meeting with us.
Yeah, so we were able to introduce our purpose and talk a little bit about the Book of Mormon, and we were able to answer some of his questions.
Yeah, he is awesome, and he really needs the gospel at this time in his life, and we set up another lesson. So we're so excited to teach him the restoration.
Yeah, Facebook finding, it works, guys.
We literally had the best members out there. Both of the daughters ended up bearing testimony about exactly what they needed, and it was just so lit.
Yeah, it was super, super awesome. And when Savannah was saying the prayer at the end, she said that she knows that what we've been teaching is true and that this church is true. And they both committed to coming to church on Sunday.
After that, there's only one way we can describe how we feel.